Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Mystic Lotus Successful Healer Season 1. Now, the Successful Healer Season is still the healer's crisis over, and this is still addressing it, where our agenda is to support you, help you, and motivate you to the next level of your career. These teleseries are at no charge this season, people. Do take advantage and, of course, spread the word. Also quickly giving you a heads up for another first from Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies, the first of its kind in India, Tele Summit on Sunday 26 June at 6 p.m. Do mail in your confirmations to me, that's Neelu, that's Neelu at themysticlotus.com. Okay, before we begin, all of you are on the Successful Healer WhatsApp group. Post your questions on the Successful Healer WhatsApp group along with the answers you were asked to be prepared with and your name, please. You can start posting them now. They will be addressed towards the end. And without further ado, drum roll please, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the lady of the hour, Chetna Chakravarthy. Hi, Chetna.
Hi, Neelu. Thank you so much.
Okay,
And
quickly tell us a little something about yourself before we get down to quote-unquote minding our own business.
Minding our own business, yes. So I've been a healer practitioner for the last 3.5 years, and I do biotouch, chakra healing, and oracle card reading. But what I'm doing right now is I'm taking a one-on-one coaching system of mine into a group space by being part of Mystic Lotus, which is called Mind Your Own Business. This comes from 15 years of experience in advertising, publishing, and the digital media, and how I used all the things that I learned across those 15 years in those different jobs in my alternative healing practice in the last 3.5 years. So I have one of the biggest things that I realized when we did the last Mystic Lotus Festival a couple of months ago was very few people are on social media and are making any use of it.
That's right.
And which is where I got in touch with Nidhu, and then we said, okay, let's try and do, let's try and see where the issue is and how we can address it. And that's what I'm hoping to do from this session. The idea of this session is to introduce people and give them a brief overview of what they are doing and aren't doing on social media to make them a little more aware, but also to give them a glimpse of the 2 workshops that are coming up, one on the 2nd and 3rd, and the second one on the 9th and 10th of July, which are the first 2 weekends of July. So the first workshop is a social media crash course, a glimpse of which you will get today in the next 1 hour about what you can learn in depth during those 2 days. And the second workshop happening on the 9th and 10th, the follow-up workshop, is a wellness business coaching program. So it's 2 days of turning my practice, I'm doing this on the side, it's just a hobby, oh, I'm a healer, oh, I don't know whether I can do this, oh, it's my true path. Taking all of those things and creating a vision for yourself and actually understanding what a wellness business is all about. So you walk in with a dream or an idea and you walk out with a plan. So that's essentially the idea. Sorry?
No, I was saying great. That's
fascinating. So that's the aim of these 2 weekends. Now for the Mystic Lotus members, anybody who registers before the 25th, by registering I mean makes the payment, you get both workshops at rupees 10,000. If you register for either one of the workshops, it is 7,500. Normally this one-on-one coaching session of mine, coaching program of mine is priced at rupees 20,000 and it involves both weekends. I'm giving it to the ML members at rupees 10,000 for both weekends.
Fantastic. That's like almost 50% off.
Yeah. So that's for anyone who is part of Mystic Lotus and who will register by the 25th, right? Okay, now moving on to being on social media. So firstly, I'm going to address more of Facebook than Twitter and Instagram today, but I will try and give you an overview of both of those as well. Firstly, what you need to understand is a Facebook is about, all of this is based on content. Whether you put up a photograph, whether you put up a status, whether you put up a post, whether you put up a workshop, it is all content. The more interesting your content is, the more likes, follows, and traction you will get. So it's very important to understand that you need to have a proper photograph up. Your page name or your account name needs to be a proper name. You need to have all your details on it. You need to have your links in place, right? For instance, if you go to my account, Chetna Chakravarthy, you should be able to, from there, reach my Facebook page, which is Circle of Positivity. And possibly from Circle of Positivity, you should also have access to, or at least get the links that would lead you to my Twitter account or my Instagram account. Everything is connected.
Okay.
Right? If you have a page, please make sure that the photograph is the logo of your practice or a picture that represents that. Make sure there is a cover photo to it also. If you have a group, make sure there is a cover photo and you have the right kind of people invited to that group. Which brings me to an important thing, which is the difference between a page and a group. Very simply put, Mystic Lotus is a group. Circle of Positivity, which is Chetna, is a page. Mystic Lotus is a community where everybody interacts and everybody shares. Hence, it's a group. Mystic Lotus is Circle of Positivity is a page because I'm heading it and I'm putting out content that I find interesting, that is in sync with my belief system and what Circle of Positivity is all about. Hence, it's a page. It's a page where people can come, read, consume content, and then react from there. There's no sharing on it. People are not allowed to post things on my page. It represents everything that I want Circle of Positivity to be. Well, for me, what that means is a Circle of Positivity is about empowering people. Circle of Positivity is about changing people's mindset, about getting them into a positive frame, about giving them motivation to go do things, giving them tips to go do things. All those things you will get on my page.
Okay. I'm going to quickly ask you here, since you brought up group and page, if, as we all know, on a page, the other people actually cannot comment. Now, here's the question that would probably pop up is that if I have a page, then how do I know who I'm reaching out to? How are they getting in touch with me? Oh, nothing's happening. So how does that page help you to the next step? Is there a distinguishing factor?
So now first of all, you have to understand and be aware of what your practice is about. Are you a healer? Are you a facilitator? Who are you and what is the message that you want to put out? You need to have a very clear, you need to have a lot of clarity about what you are bringing to the table and why you want people to come to you. Right? Now, if for me, it is about, for Circle of Positivity, let me try and put this in a different way. Okay, if everyone who has the phone can look for two things. One is a Flower of Light Network page, and there is a Flower of Light Network group.
Okay, so everyone's got to do this right now?
If they can from their phones, go to Flower of Light Network page and Flower of Light Network group. Both pages are there. You can see it one at a time. Flower of Light. This is run by Anata Meher, who lives in Goa, and she's a shamanic practitioner. Now, the Flower of Light Network page was something she started in the beginning, where it was about her practice. And, whether she did a reading, whether she did Bach flower, whether she did shamanic practices, whatever she did. Slowly it evolved into what she now calls a network, where she wanted to create a platform to help others to promote their stuff. And hence she made the Flower of Light Network group. If you are going to make a group, be very clear there is going to be conversation, there is going to be interaction, which you need to be at the helm of, and you need to take charge of, and you need to direct that conversation in a certain way so that it's true to the essence of that group. If you are going to have a page, it reflects who you are and what your practice is. So be very clear whether you need a page or you need a group. For instance, with Bhumika, she has started something called Kirti Tarot Reading, which she thought was a page but is in fact a group. And now there are a whole bunch of people who are on that group, but there is no conversation happening there. Which means that group is pointless, unfortunately. So if you're making a group, you're making it because you want to have a conversation with people, you want to have a discussion, you want to be open to all the views that come and allow people to share.
Okay.
Right? If you are making a page, you are putting out your views and you're allowing people who resonate with it to follow it and take more from it.
Okay. Now, interestingly, you brought up Bhumika's name right now. Can we do this? What I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute Bhumika.
Yeah.
And her questions, yours, I'm going to change the format slightly.
Yeah.
I had said everybody post your questions on the group. What we're going to do instead is I'm going to unmute one by one. I'm just going to call the number out and I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead, identify yourself and ask Chetna or continue the informal conversation you were having. So your page, your query, anything. Even if it's a silly question, don't hesitate to ask people because
we all can learn from it.
Silly questions that actually give brilliant answers.
Yes, we all can learn from it.
Okay, I'm unmuting 400438820 now. You will get a message saying you are now unmuted. So just come on as soon as that. There we are.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm here. Who's supposed to come on?
Yeah, you are coming on. Vandana, right?
Hello?
Hello. Hi, Vandana.
Yes. Vandana, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, Vandana.
Acha. So, you were saying that we have a Facebook page, right? So people will see what work we are doing, and it depends on the how many likes people are having and how many people are referring to that page, right?
Correct.
So now here the question is like people do like, so it's like how do you have a confirmation that they are really reading the page? Hello?
Okay, now understand one thing with Facebook and with Twitter or with Instagram or any of these. If you're looking for it to be a point of sale, then you're looking at it wrong. It's a point of awareness. When I watch television and I see an ad, I become aware that Rin has launched a new washing powder. But to buy it, I will go to the shop and depending on what the shopkeeper has in the store, I will buy whatever. Right? So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, any of your social media platforms are all about awareness and recall. Now, when you post something on Facebook, what happens is anybody who has liked that page, it goes onto their wall feed. And they get a notification saying, Mystic Lotus has posted on the page, Circle of Positivity has posted something new. So then if they find it interesting, they may click on the notification or when it shows up on their wall, they may see it.
Okay.
Which means what you need to do is make sure that your content is going there out through different avenues. When I put something up on Circle of Positivity, I go to my personal account, which is Chetna Chakravarthy, and I share it on that as well.
Okay.
So now when I would put up a post on Circle of Positivity, I would get, say, 40 views by the end of the day. But the minute I started sharing it onto Chetna Chakravarthy, it's gone up to 250 and 300 views.
Okay.
Right? And I have 450 likes on my page and I have 800 friends. My page is only 3 months old. Not even 3 months, it's 2 months old.
Okay.
Right? Now, that's one thing. Secondly, if you are going to constantly post things about a workshop that is coming up, or something that you are providing, or a service that you are providing, people are going to lose interest. That's not how they see, that's not why they are coming to your page. What they also want on the page is a lot of information about the topic that you are saying you are an expert on.
Okay.
So if somebody, for instance, Vandana, what is your healing modality, if I may ask?
Access bars.
Brilliant. So if it is access, you need to also start sharing things that other people who practice access are doing across the world. Maybe words from the founder of access. Maybe put up stories about other people have shared articles, different access practitioners who are globally well known. What are they doing and what have been their experiences? Also, the problems that access helps you deal with. Write about those problems. Write about little tips that they can use. So information that I can consume which will make me believe in access and thereby believe in you. But if you constantly keep putting up that there is a workshop here, there is a session here, I will stop following your page. And by I mean a lot of other people. Right? So which is where content becomes extremely important. How are you forming your content? Do you all have a content plan? Do not make a Facebook page or a Facebook group if you don't have a content plan in place. That's a very, very important thing to do, to understand how to make a content plan.
Okay. Can you throw some light on it?
Yeah, I will throw more light on it. Can we take another question in
Yes.
the meantime as well?
That's what I was just going to say. Bandana, I hope your initial query has been answered right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to mute you, and I'm unmuting 9833285089.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, this is Manisha here.
Hi, Monisha.
Hi. Yeah, my question is, can I ask a question right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my question is, Chetna just mentioned that from your Facebook account, you have to, you have to share your Facebook page. Now that is a little bit of a challenge for me to understand how to do that.
I'll tell you how. So now if you're doing this from your phone, right?
Okay.
Understand you need to have two apps.
Okay.
One app is a Facebook Pages Manager. That is what it is called. You can look for it on Google Play Store or on the iOS Play Store. Right?
Okay.
Facebook Pages Manager. That is where you access your page, which means Mind Energy, which is your page name.
Yes.
Then you have the Facebook app, which is the blue color F logo icon.
Yes.
On which you access Monisha's personal account.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Now you go to the Facebook Pages Manager, you post something onto the page.
Okay.
Right? Next, you go onto your Facebook app.
Okay.
Go to the search bar on top. Search for your page.
Okay.
Your page loads onto the Facebook app. You go to the post that is there and you hit share. And then you post it and it will come onto your wall, and hence it will go onto the wall of a whole bunch of other people.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah, doable? Can you figure that out?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Do you have your computer right here, Monisha?
No,
right now?
no. I am on my phone.
You're on
So
your phone.
you can try it on your phone and you can message on the WhatsApp group if you were able to figure it out. Try sharing a post from somebody else's page. So say for instance, from your personal account, Facebook personal account, you go to my page, go to Circle of Positivity. Look for anything that you find interesting and hit the share button.
Okay, I'll do that.
Right? And then just post. Then you'll get a little snippet, and you'll also get space to add a message if you want to. So you can type in a status or a message or add something to it and hit post.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah?
Thank you, Monisha.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm unmuting 26340024. Who is this, please?
Oh, it's me, Bhumika.
Hey, Bhumika.
Okay. So Bhumika, while I don't know what you did with your page to convert it into a group, the bigger question to you now is, do you want to have a group where you want people to be sharing and you want to be interacting, or you want to have a page where you put out content and your, whatever you are all about?
I want to make my page. And how was that possible, and how could I do that? Like, I don't know. It happened
Okay,
like
that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you did that. It's irrelevant. You did it. Don't worry about it.
That is possible. We can convert the page into group also.
I have no clue what you have done. So I cannot tell you that, because there is a good chance that you went in thinking you were creating a page and instead you ended up creating a group. It's a small, what do you call, feature, and you may have clicked on the wrong thing. So just what you do, delete the group and start a page. Delete the group and start a page. It's as simple as that. However, before you start a page, please understand what are you going to be posting on it. If you're only going to be posting a reading every day with one card image, there are 40,000 people out there on Facebook doing it. So it's pointless. I'd rather go to Doreen Virtue's page, or I'd rather go to Colette Baron Reed's page and directly see it. So while you can post a picture and write something about it, you also need to think about what are the other things that you will post. And you can only understand that once you understand what Kirti Tarot reading is all about. What is it that you want to offer to the world? What is it that you want to say to the world? So you need to understand your essence and your vision. And then make a content plan according to it. As an example, and now coming to the content bit, now that Bhumika Space has brought this up, I'm going to use me as an example. My one reason of why I do what I do is because I want to empower people. Hence, everything that I do, from biotouch to chakra healing to oracle card reading to a session like this, is all about leaving people with tools that they can use and do things by themselves. In that sense, I'm being true to my essence, which is empowering people. Hence, if you go to my page, you will find every morning there is a quote that I put up, which is empowering you through the day. There are videos that I share from other pages and other people, which I find interesting, which shift perspective and give you a different way of thinking. There are articles that I have written or someone else has written, which I share, which may give you, information on anger, fear, emotions, perspectives, life spaces. And then in between that, I share my sessions and also what you can gain from my session. So there is a mix of things that happen. Now, I normally do about 2 to 3 posts in a day, leaving Sunday, because Sunday a lot of people don't log on. So I plan myself accordingly. I don't post about a session of mine. Like I have chakra healing sessions which happen every week in Juhu and Bandra. I don't post about those constantly. I post one post the day before it's going to happen. So if on Tuesday I have a session, on Monday afternoon there will be a post that will go up on Facebook. But the post in the morning and the post in the evening will remain completely different, something that people can read, something that people can view, a thought for the day, anything that helps them out.
Okay.
So make sure that you have a content plan before you get onto Facebook, because the more consistent you are in posting, the more likes and more followers you will get.
Okay.
Yeah, making sense?
Understood. Thank you very much, Chetna.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
So who's
Thanks,
next?
Bhumika. Okay, we have 9820621236 coming on in 5, 4.
Hi, this is Jaya.
And you're there. Hi,
Hello,
Jaya.
Jaya.
Hi. Chetna, that's very interesting, whatever you have spoken about. I have a question that I guess when you start Facebook, when you want, there is an option which asks whether you want to start a page or a group.
Yes.
So if one can just choose, isn't it?
Yes, one can choose. Then it will ask you, if it is a page or a group, it will ask you for a category that it goes under. So in pages, you have categories like, is it business related, is it a small business, is it architecture,
Right.
is it design, is it food, etc. So you put yourself into a category. Then it will
Right.
ask you for a, so there is a form that you fill out, which will ask you for a link, which will ask you for, little small description.
And is there an option on a page? I don't have either. I have neither as a group nor a page. But just for my curiosity,
Sure.
Can you choose the people who you want, and can you make it a private? I think you can make it a private or a public group. That's there. I'm aware of that. But like when your page, you have sometimes some people commenting, which doesn't, which is very awkwardish or very obnoxious sometimes, and repeated. You can you just delete that person, right, or block that person?
Okay, hold on. On a group, you can either make it public or private, which means if it is private and somebody misbehaves, you are free to block them and delete the account. On a page, what you can do is you can restrict anybody from posting on the page.
So how do you get people to join in?
Sorry?
How do you get people to join in? You created a page.
You create, okay, so here's the thing. I created a page. I filled in all the forms and my page has been made public. My first option is to invite everybody on my friends list onto that page. My network has to come onto it. That's where I begin.
Okay.
If my own people are not on it, then it's not going to show onto their walls, and from their walls, it's not going to go onto other people's walls. So Facebook is a very large manner of doing network marketing. One person, I have 600 friends, I will invite 600 people into that page. Out of 600, 200 may like it. Those 200 people will share the page and share posts from it onto their walls, and then from there, there will be more people who like the page. So that's how it grows, which is why it is very important to consistently post content on a group or on a page. It's very important to keep it alive. You cannot be posting once a week, once in 3 weeks, once a month. It's not going to work.
So you have to feed it and keep it alive, in short.
Yes, you have to keep it alive. Now, this brings me to a very important point, Jaya, now that you've said this. It's not necessary for everybody to have a page or a group. There are a lot of groups out on Facebook which you can access and you can post your material on it. I didn't have a page. I've been doing this for 3.5 years and I only made a Facebook page for myself 2 months ago. Because up until 2 months ago, I didn't think I needed to have extra space on Facebook to put my content out. I didn't think I needed a proper secluded place that is mine or what do you call a page of my own.
Yeah,
right?
an exclusive page.
Yeah, I didn't need it because most of my work was happening through my own personal account. I was reaching out to my network through that. And for people outside of my network, I was using groups like Mystic Lotus, Healers and Therapists, workshops and courses, Flower of Light. I just needed to post about my sessions. I wasn't really sharing content about what Circle of Positivity is actually about. I wasn't sharing perspectives. I wasn't sharing articles. So I didn't really need a page. Today, I know what Circle of Positivity stands for. I have a vision for it. I have a plan for it. And that made the page important. Hence, that also helped me have a content plan that was important. So now I have posts and I'm doing it with clarity.
Got it. Thank you.
Right? So maybe if you don't have a page or a group, it doesn't matter, Jaya. If you can use there are so many other groups that you can post on. I'd say start with that. Start with your own personal account. Put yourself out on your own personal account first. And then start putting it out on groups. And then at some point you'll have clarity of what kind of content you would like to be sharing.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jaya.
Thank you, Jaya.
Thank you, Neelu.
Okay. Next we have 9987050056, and that's a very familiar number. And Nidhu, are you
Hello?
Are you unmuted, Nidhu?
Yes, I am unmuted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
And
Nidhu.
it's your turn.
Did you take another name?
No, it's your turn.
Thank you. I really have no question to ask. I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying.
Thank you so much, Nidhu.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
You
you
know,
so much.
I do get Chetna. There's so much that we've all understood because we've gone through it. So it's really nice to see that we're more or less following the same trajectory. So I think we're good, and the moment we're not, we're going to reach out to you.
Super. Thank you so much, Nidhu. Thanks a ton.
Thanks, Nidhu. Okay, next on we have 766708493. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking to, please?
Hello. Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Wait, hang on. She'll just be back. 1 second.
Hello?
And yes, you're back. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I have Sudha Ambikadas here, and I just wanted one clarification. We have pages which we can go about paying for promotions, right?
We have pages which we can, sorry?
We can go in for paid promotions for pages, but for groups we can't do that.
No, for groups you can't do that. For pages you can promote a page, you can boost posts, images, videos, etc. With groups you can't do that.
We can't do that. But then,
No.
you know what I find difficult is when I have quite a few groups on Facebook under the banner of Reach Together. But if I try to go on to the page, then I can't come back to the group immediately. Is there some way we can do that?
I don't understand what you mean by that. When you go onto the page, you can't go back to the group mean?
Yeah, when I go on to posting on the page, and then I can't come back to the group immediately. There is some kind of, it's closed down and it doesn't work. Is there some way which I'm doing it wrong?
No, it may just be a app issue with what you are saying. So if you're accessing pages, you access it on the phone or on the laptop or on the iPad? What do you
On the laptop.
On the laptop, then the best way is open multiple tabs. Keep your page open on one tab, keep the group open on another tab. Or another window. You know what a tab is, right? Tab and window?
Yes.
Yeah, so just open all of them separately and work through it.
Okay.
Easier, no? Why do you want to hit back and go back and forth? If you have different windows, you can keep it all open. You can keep, so I can keep the Flower of Life Network group open on one window, and I can open another window, and I can keep Flower of Light Network page open on that window.
Okay.
And then I can, I can work and have access. I can see both, basically.
Right. In the groups, do we have any method where we can invite more people? Is there some kind of promotional possibility?
One of the things in groups that work is to constantly remind the members to invite their friends and network who they think would be interested in the content that you're posting on that group and sharing on that group.
Okay.
So you have to coax your members, rather request them. And I think every time, if you have 400 members and 5 of them, because of a message you put out, add 3 members more, that's still moving forward. So you have to do that constantly. With groups, that's the issue that happens. After a certain point, your entire network is on it, and the group, people who are making use of the group aren't really doing much to promote it. So ask for help.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, Sudha.
Thank you, Sudha. Okay, Chetna, I'm going to bring you back to the media again. We were on Facebook. I think there's a huge amount of information that has come out.
Yes.
Are we looking at any other media as well?
So I'm going to quickly give a little brief on Instagram and Twitter as well, because I feel people don't use it as much. And frankly speaking, Instagram has left Facebook quite far behind in this year. It has more users, it has more people sharing stuff out there, and it's doing far better than Facebook is doing, which is why Facebook bought Instagram. So I think a lot of us should be using it. Now, the beauty of Instagram is that it's all imagery, and that is also the difficult part of it, because it makes everybody think that, oh, they should be great photographers to be able to use Instagram, right? In terms of content, first of all, some of the things that really work on Instagram are quotes, food images, makeup images. These are 3 hot topics. Travel. So these are the 3-4 things that really work on Instagram. Now, if you're wondering how does this help you as a healer, I frankly use my Instagram page to allow people to see the real side of me. So I share quotes, which my morning quote is on Instagram, so it reaches out to 600 more people than just my Facebook, which is 450, and 1200, which is on Twitter. Right, so that's 600 more people that it reaches to. There is also the logo of Circular Positivity, and every now and then there is a way for them to get to my website from there. Secondly, I put up videos. So when I do chakra healing sessions, sometimes in between, I will quickly take a video of the class and what I am saying, and I put up videos. So it's interactive content. Number 3, I put up photographs of what I am doing, either in class or generally in life, what I am doing and what my day is like. What Instagram has done for me is that it's made it easy for people to relate to who I am. The whole thing of, oh my God, she's a healer, and oh practitioner, oh alternative healing, oh spirituality. The words don't deter anybody anymore when they come to me, because they see me as a regular person like them who has a certain kind of lifestyle and that connects with them, and we talk of similar things, and it helps for people to just come to me and say, okay, this is what I'm going through. So it breaks that barrier and keeps me approachable. What it also does, it allows me to put out real-time information or visual information of what a session with me is about. So if anybody goes to, anybody has a website open or a Safari or Chrome open, or if you are on Instagram, look for Positivity Angel. It's one word, Positivity Angel. It's, if you're going through Chrome or going through Safari or an Internet Explorer or a browser, you can look up instagram.com/positivityangel. That's my handle. And you will notice that I have a video of my last chakra healing session that happened on Sunday at Tangerine. I have quotes that I put up yesterday and today. I have a picture of me doing, let me just go back and see. I have a picture of an angel earring that somebody gifted me. So a whole bunch of things of me eating ice cream. If I may.
I hope people, okay, so before I ask if people have actually opened up the Instagram, because maybe they haven't even downloaded it yet.
Yes, so this is something you don't need to download the app. You can go through your browser on the phone or on the website.
Right, but tell me, see, for anybody who starts Instagram for the first time, okay, is there a tutorial that helps them, tell them what to do, or do you just, you can do a Google search and you'll get 30,000 fields of information?
So the app, I think, has a tutorial, but you can do a Google search and you will get a step-by-step thing on how to start your Instagram account and stuff. If anybody wants to be starting an Instagram account and how to use it at the workshop, we're also going to be doing those kind of things.
Great, fantastic.
So we are going to be taking people through step-by-step practices through those 2 days as well. So one of the things is, if you do want to start an Instagram account, how do you start it and how do you think of what kind of content you can put on it? Right? One tip across all my social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, a lot of times I'm not creating content. I'm sharing content that's already out there. So anything that I find interesting.
Right.
So on
are these media interlinked?
Not interlinked, no. So on Instagram, so supposing I have a morning, so normally I post my morning quote at about 10:30, 11. Now, say I have a session and I don't have time to create that post. I go to this app called Repost and I take a quote on somebody else's page which I really like, and I repost it with full quote credits to them. Similarly on Facebook, there is a video that I recently posted, like this afternoon that I posted, that somebody called David Wolf on Facebook had shared, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful perspective on stress.
Okay.
So I shared that. I didn't need to create it. It existed. I just took it and shared it by writing 2 sentences of what I thought of the video and why somebody should watch it. On Twitter, a lot of times I just retweet or I repost things that other people are talking about.
Right.
So you don't always need to create new content. There is a lot of content out there that you can share. Only thing you have to be careful is the content that you are sharing on your pages or accounts should reflect who you are and what your practice is about.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So be careful about that space.
Okay. I'm sure somebody is going to have this question, but before you move on to the next media, just a quick one. I think Instagram is one of those media where when you post, you can share it directly onto your FB page as well.
Yeah. So
and
on
Twitter.
Instagram, the magic of Instagram is when you post anything, It will allow you to share on Facebook, Twitter, as well as couple of other. I'll have to try posting a
Like Tumblr, Snapchat.
Tumblr, and yeah. So there are some other platforms that it lets you quickly put stuff, share onto, and it shares directly onto it. So you have Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Swarm, and Flickr. Tumblr, Swarm, and Flickr. Tumblr and Flickr are a lot of image-based apps, and they're known for quotes and GIFs, animated pieces. Facebook and Twitter is what we normally use, right? So I just click on Facebook, Twitter, and within seconds, my post is already out onto other things. On Facebook and Twitter as well, you have options to interlink your accounts. So anything that I put on Facebook can automatically go to Twitter. Anything that I tweet can automatically be shown on Facebook. There are those options.
Okay, great. Okay,
Right.
you know what? I was just going to ask you about the interlink, and there you read my mind.
Yeah. So I'm going to now move on to Twitter.
Right.
But before that, I would like to tell people, don't be shy to use Instagram. It's a lot of fun. One of the fun things that I did on Instagram was a 100 happy days challenge. And I would take one picture every day that made me happy or made me smile and post it on Instagram. I kid you not, by the 75th day, I was smiling from ear to ear, and I had a wall full of beautiful pictures. And it doesn't matter whether you click ugly photographs, Instagram has gorgeous filters that makes you seem like Dabu Ratnani. You seem like the leading photographer of the country. That's the magic of Instagram. It makes bad photographs also look good.
Well,
So,
I will completely agree with you on that, because Mystic Lotus also uses Instagram very regularly. In fact, we keep telling people, send us your photographs of your events.
And I'm somebody who has a shaky hand. So for me to click a photograph is like Parkinson's suddenly in full swing. And not to be mean to people who suffer from that, not meaning any disrespect, but literally it's a little, but Instagram can make your photographs look great. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to show who you are. People come to you because of who you are, not just because of what you practice. Right? So stop creating that separation. Try to become one with it. Now moving on to Twitter. Twitter is a very hyper platform, literally hyper, because you will see posts or on Twitter what is known as tweets, which go up every 3 seconds. So people are talking about a lot of things on Twitter. People are very interactive on Twitter. It's a whole different ball game with getting followers on Twitter and finding the kind of people to follow and the kind of information to follow. Twitter works mainly on hashtags. And when I say works, I mean your reaching out to people. It's all about knowing which hashtag to use and how to make the most of it. For instance, any tweet that I put out with hashtag entrepreneur will get 20 retweets and I will get 10 new followers within minutes.
Right.
A lot of my other tweets, if I tweet something without any hashtag, nobody even reads it, or people read it or people don't read it. It gets no interaction. There's no engagement to it. Right? Twitter is a sharing platform. People share a lot of news. I consume all my news from Twitter. I don't read the newspaper or watch the news. I read important things that need to be read on Twitter. I share a lot of links. So blogs and articles I share on Twitter. I get a lot of people reaching out to my blog through Twitter more than Facebook or Instagram or any other space. So that's a more hyper space and you have to be very interactive on it. Which brings me to the point that how does somebody keep tweeting every 3 seconds, which means you don't do anything else in life? Well, there are different apps which let you schedule tweets and schedule posts on Facebook and schedule things on Instagram and LinkedIn. These are very important apps to use if you want to be really, really solid on and out there on any social media platform. However, to use these apps, you need to have a content plan in place. You need to know who you are, what are your strengths, why should people come to you, and what are you putting out there. So there are lots of scheduling apps that you can use. One of them is Hootsuite, Hootsuite. Look it up if you want to. Google is your best friend. Please Google and read. Lots of social media articles and tips are shared on Twitter. So even if you don't want to tweet or really be out there on it, it's a great platform to be on to learn and get lots of information on. So so Twitter has a lot of online chats that happen. One is called blog chat, which happens on Thursday early mornings. These are all things that happen internationally. So you tune in, you wake up like at 7 o'clock in the morning because that's their evening and that's when they're all chatting about it. And it teaches you best practices on blogs. There's something called social media chat, and you have people discussing topics of social media for 1 hour on Twitter. Free information, lots of interesting people, lots of questions asked and answered. You have something called Monday blogs on Mondays, which shares your blogs and your links with a community of almost millions out there. So Twitter is great for sharing and learning.
So
And
basically, sorry.
yes, you tell me, basically.
So basically, all this is going to start happening for you once you actually just get onto the platform. There is no possibility of making mistakes because it's limited the way how and what you can post on Twitter has a certain framework. Yes?
You have 140 characters, which is maybe 10 or 12 words. Character is an alphabet, so 140 alphabet. Full stops, commas, hashtags, everything is counted as a character. So that's 140 of those, and generally it's about 10 to 15 words depending on your words. So it teaches you to say a lot with less. That's one of the best things about Twitter. You end up making maximum use of every word that you are putting out there. So for instance, on Instagram and Facebook, when I put out a quote, this is how I would put it out. To anyone who needs to give anger, fear, guilt, and shame a rest, may every thought, word, and action stem from love today. When I put this out on Twitter, it goes to give anger, fear, guilt, and shame a rest. May every thought, word, and action stem from love. So I have eliminated words like to anyone who needs to, and I've eliminated words like today. I've eliminated full stops, commas to make it fit.
So we not only become professional photographers, we become professional editors also.
Yes, you become very concise. Twitter doesn't give you any other option.
Any other option.
So very concise, right? But here's the thing. Something as small as putting out a morning quote, which I've been now doing for a year and a half, and I started on a whim, and I only post it on my Facebook personal account. I slowly started putting it out on Twitter and Instagram, and now on my Facebook page. But I did it every single morning. And I kid you not, by the 4th month, if the post didn't go out at a particular time, I would get messages from people from across the world on different previous posts saying, where's today's thought? Where's today's post? What's going on? You haven't posted. Friends messaging on WhatsApp. So consistency is key. Nothing happens on social media overnight. It is consistency. You have to consistently do something over and over and over again till people become habituated to it.
Absolutely. Completely agree with you on that. Do we, at this moment, is there any other basic information that you have, or
So I've basically spoken about everything that I had on my list. We covered all the points through the question answers that we had. What I would like to tell people is, one,
Chetna,
before you,
they've asked questions about FB. They might just have some questions about Instagram and Twitter. Can we just take a few?
Yes, we can. Most definitely we can.
Okay, great. So I am getting on right now 984322 0955, and you'll be able to speak just about now. Are you here, or did it get dropped off?
No, I don't think we have anybody yet.
Oh, wait, 1 second. 917020268889. My bad. This is the number.
Hello?
Hello?
No, Neelu, we don't have anyone yet.
Wait, let me just do this again. 9843220955. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Is that a third person?
No, that's me.
That is
Chetna.
you. Okay. All right. What I'm going to take this back to very quickly is I know quite a few of you are on your mobile,
Yeah.
which is why you're not being able to type your questions in. But just take your phone away from your ear for a second. It'll just make it easier for us to finish the questions. Okay. So I'm
Or get hands-free. Plug your
or put it
hands-free
into
device.
hands-free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or on speaker.
Or on speaker. And we'll wait for we'll give this a minute. Everyone else who's still on board, while you're typing your questions in, I'm going to quickly ask Chetna one more thing.
Yeah.
An Instagram demo. Can we do that right now?
We can do, people have to be on Instagram. They'll have to download the app.
They'll have to download the app.
Yeah. So you, now one thing, for all of these things, you need to download the apps onto your phone. Let me break one big myth that you need a laptop or you need a tablet to be on social media. Every single thing that I do besides posting my blog online, I do from my phone. I even write my blogs on my phone in the notes section, and then I send it to myself on email. And the only reason I put it up from the laptop is because I can do alignment better from there. Otherwise, there's a way to post onto the blog from your phone itself.
Right.
So I do everything on my phone.
And in fact, Instagram, you can only use your phone. You can't post on the website.
Instagram is only on the phone. On the laptop, you can only access your account and see things. That's it. You can't post from there.
Okay.
Okay, Revati has a question. Chetna, of all these media, which one is recommended to begin with in terms of ease of use and understanding? Very simply, which one are you on right now as a personal account? Whichever one you are using as a personal account, that's the platform you begin with. A lot of us are on Facebook. Very few of us are on Twitter or on Instagram. So for a lot of us, Facebook is a better place to start because we have some idea of how it functions. There are people in this world who are not on Facebook and who are only on Twitter and not even on Instagram. So people like that, it's best if they stick with Twitter and figure out that first and make most of it before they jump onto something else. However, in India, it is best for this market for you to have Facebook. It is very important for you to have Facebook in our market because we have a larger number of people on that in terms of people who use it and access it for information and for finding out what's going on where and staying in touch with people, right? So that's the answer to you, Revati. I hope it answered your question. Another bit, like I said before, but before you go ahead and make a page or a group, try posting your information on your Facebook personal account first. Become used to putting up content and sharing things that reflect who you are and what your practice is about on your personal account, and using the existing groups that are there that allow you to post content on it, and then think whether you want a page or a group. Anyone else who has a question? Not seen anything else that's posted?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
This is Vibha. Am I heard?
Hi, Vibha. Yes, Vibha.
Hi. Thank you, Chetna. You have given me a lot to think about. A lot of my questions are already answered.
Super.
My biggest challenge, I think, is the content plan.
Yeah.
I never thought about it, in fact. But now it's kind of a little, that's going to be the challenge. So I have a couple of questions, in fact. My first one being, how genuine are these page promos on Facebook pages? And the reason I ask this is because when I started my page, I also know someone else who started a page at the same time. And I was just generally watching the number of likes on each page as a matter not of competition, but frankly to understand what am I doing less or wrong in terms of reach.
Correct.
Okay. And my friend's page was really zooming. Yeah. And I was wondering, what am I doing wrong? I said, is it my location? Is it something that my content is not frequent enough or good enough or something like that? I just got me thinking. Then one day I saw this promo. I said, why not use the promo option?
So I started, like a plan for myself. Every 10 days, I'm going to make a short promo, like a purchased promo, and see where it goes. So it did get me some likes and all. And later, some social media giant, I can't remember who, somebody mentioned that these Facebook promos, the purchased ones especially, are actually bogus. Because they just buy.
Let me give you a perspective to this. Let me give you a perspective to this. Okay, there is a page, whoever that page is, that has 2 million likes. But number of people viewing the post and commenting on the post and sharing the post is only 20. You know what that means? That means that there are so many people who have gone and liked the page, but they're not making use of what you are putting out there. So when I look at numbers and coming from the advertising, publishing, digital media space, and this is what I used to tell people when I used to consult as a brand consultant, is don't look for the number of likes, look for the engagement. Engagement means how many people have liked your post, how many people have viewed your post, how many people have clicked on the video, how many people have shared it. So that is what you need to look for instead of looking for how many likes. So now when I promote a post instead of promoting the page. What happens with that is people who genuinely are interested in these kind of posts come and like my page.
Yes, and I have normally done the post promotion. Sorry, not the page promotion.
So post promotion, that is one bit. But again, to ask you, how many people do you want to reach out from that page? I prefer organic growth, which is growth that happens by consistent posting and occasionally promoting a relevant post, not by promoting every other post, right? So for me, that matters. I don't believe in having 5,000 likes on a Facebook page if only 10 people from that are really making use of it. Secondly, also remember one thing, you're not going to get sales from Facebook page. I mean, you may, but that's not the objective. That's not the objective, and that's not what you're going to get from there. What you're going to get is awareness and recall. What you're going to get is people knowing that, okay, there is somebody who does this thing and I can access the stuff. So that's what happens. It's about awareness and recall, right? More than about...
Sorry, Kat, I'm sorry, please continue.
No, so that's what I was saying. It's awareness and recall. Tell me.
Okay, so on this, for those of us who already have pages or are going to make pages, you have a panel which says post reach and post engagement. It's those two that you need to really look at.
Yeah, it's those two that you really need to look at. So it's like I said, like when I used to post a quote on my page and not share it on my personal account, I used to get 20 views, and it didn't lead to any likes. But the minute I started posting it onto my personal page, and what happened was that views went up to 260, 120, 180, which means more people are seeing the circle of positivity. It also led to a lot of my friends who had not liked my page started liking the page and being there and seeing it. Led to a lot of people from my network who would see a workshop detail that I posted and sharing it onto their pages. So I reached out to a new network. It led to people who are not on my network but who liked my personal network, I mean, but who liked the Circular Positivity page, who saw a workshop that made sense and shared it, saw a video that I made and liked it and they shared it. So it moves in that manner, right? It has led to people reaching out to me in different ways. But has it led to people do call me up and ask me about my workshops and about my sessions. So it's not that people don't call me up. There are people who call me up through the Facebook posts that I put out. I have had people walk into my chakra healing sessions because they saw a Facebook post. I've had people walk into my how to release stress workshop because they've seen a Facebook post. But it's not just by posting it on my page. They have seen it because I've taken that post and I've shared that post onto my personal page as well as on all the groups that I'm a part of. So you need to start putting it out there even more. I think a better thing to do than to promote a post is to share it onto the groups that you are on.
Okay. Another question, okay, maybe a little silly, but anyway, just like an individual, we like pages of interest or groups of interest from our personal account. As a page owner, should you continue doing that from the page or you should restrict that to the personal page?
No, sorry, say that again. Sorry.
As an individual, as Chetna Chakravarthy, you may like, let's say, 10 or 15 different pages or groups.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as a circle of light, which is your personal page, from that page, should you still like other groups and other pages, or you should restrict that to just yourself and not click like
No,
others?
so from my Circle of Positivity page, I do like a lot of other pages, especially ones that I'm interacting with. Because unless you like another page, when you share a content of theirs, it's very difficult to tag them. It doesn't let you tag them. So, and that is very important to create. So what happens is you create collaborations that way. For instance, now if I'm doing my sessions at Tangerine, which is a studio in Bandra, when I put out a post about that healing session, I will tag Tangerine on that post so that they know that they've been tagged in it and they can share it as well. But unless I like Tangerine, I'm unable to tag them. So I do tag, I do like pages from Circle of Positivity, but I restrict the kind of pages I like. So obviously if it's Circle of Positivity, I'm not going to go and like a page about movies, right? But I will like a page about Deepak Chopra because I like to share the views he's putting, or Oprah Winfrey, or David Wolf, or maybe Heart Math Institute. So those are things that interest me and resonate with what Circle of Positivity is all about. So I go and like those pages from my page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we
Thank
have
you. If
anyone
something
else
else comes up, I'll put in the message.
Sure.
Thank you, Tata. We have one last question left, Chetna, before you conclude.
Sure.
That's Revati asking, how do we decide the hashtags?
So the thing with hashtags is it's a little fun game to play. It's a little bit of trial and error. But you need to, so on Instagram, if I put a hashtag, I'll get a Dropbox with a whole bunch of hashtags with similar words and names and how many people are using it. So I take the one which has maximum amount of number on it and I use it. So for instance, instead of using inspiration, I may use hashtag inspiration, the one with an S, because it has more number against it. So Instagram makes that easy. Also, those hashtags are words that relate to the post that I put. So if I put a post about fear, shame, and guilt, I will hashtag fear, hashtag guilt, hashtag no guilt, hashtag feel no shame. So it's words like that. It's short words and phrases. On Twitter, it depends on where am I tapping into and where are my followers. Now, having used Twitter for almost 4 or 5 years now, and I have about 1,200 people, and I don't use it very regularly, but as much as I do use it, amongst 1,200 followers, I have seen that every time that I put hashtag entrepreneur, like I said, I get a lot of retweets and a lot of interaction. Holistic health gives me a lot of interaction. Also, Twitter has a thing of which hashtags are trending for that day, doing really well. So sometimes I piggyback on that.
Okay.
So hashtag, don't try to create a hashtag of your own. Use what exists.
Okay. So is it okay to also put in a hashtag which is totally unrelated to your post?
Not really. I mean that don't do that. Then you're moving into spam space. Then you'll also get people following who are unrelated to what you're doing.
Exactly.
So it's pointless.
Okay.
Also understand that hashtag is something very new on Facebook. But do use it for certain posts because it makes it easier to search and it adds visibility.
Okay. Sorry. How do I use hashtags for Facebook?
In your post, just simply the way you would do it on Instagram or Twitter, put a post and then put hashtag blah blah, whatever.
Okay. Super. Thank you so much. Is it okay to
space.
ask another question?
Yeah, I don't know. Neelu, were you saying something?
Yeah, I was just, it actually has to do with Revati's question on hashtag. Revati, but you go ahead.
Yeah. I also wanted to check, are there any some kind of broad guidelines to while deciding a content plan? I know it will be a very detailed thing, but if there is some like broad headers that we could look at.
My question to you is this.
Hmm.
Do you know why you are doing what you are doing? And it has to be an answer beyond, I have a gift and I want to help people. The why has to be a powerful statement. My statement is, I do what I do because I believe in empowering people.
Yes, Chetna, it's
And
sort of.
yeah, so now take that statement and build your content plan around it. Everything you share should resonate with that statement.
Okay, so when you say content plan, so what are the points under a content plan that you're talking of?
By content plan, I mean, am I going to post articles? What kind of articles? Am I going to post quotes? Then what kind of quotes? Am I going to post videos? What kind of videos? Content is photos, text, articles, links, images, everything.
Okay, and
So,
the frequency and stuff like that.
In this week of in the last week of June, what is the kind of content that you're going to put out? How many posts are you going to put out? How often and at what time are you going to put out?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps a lot. Thank you so much.
There you go. Anyone else has any questions before
No,
we go into?
Yeah, we're done with the questions, but I just quickly wanted to ask you something related to Revati's hashtag question, which I'm sure will come up. Here's the thing: with the hashtags, you don't necessarily have to. You can create your own, right? Because maybe you're starting something completely new.
You can. You totally can.
Yeah.
And but along with creating something new, make sure you put a hashtag that already exists and you can piggyback on.
Right, right.
So that it reaches out to more people. What is the point? Okay, so the point of a hashtag is to make your tweet, your photo, your post, your video more reachable, more searchable, to make sure that people who are looking for that a particular topic reach that post of yours if it is relevant, right? So the minute I put a hashtag which is brand new, suddenly it's not reaching people who may be searching for something. But if I use a hashtag which is trending and I know people may be searching for it, it just helps me get there. So for instance, on my Instagram post, while I put in inspiration, Monday motivation, quotes, law of attraction, these are all very generic ones that people use a lot. I also do hashtag circle of positivity.
Right. So there's a connectivity going on.
Yes. So you can do that, but do a mix of it. Don't just do hashtag Mystic Lotus.
Right.
Put other hashtags which will boost it up, because a hashtag is just a way of boosting your reach.
Your reach. Right. And there's no time, right? On social media being the way it is today, it's not like you have to post at 8 o'clock in the morning. You can 24/7. You can post.
Because you can post. You can post 24/7. However, if you consistently post for a week, 10 days, you will be able to observe at which time you get more views and more likes and more interaction. For instance, I have noticed. Yeah, I have noticed, although people access social media on their phone, I have realized that people don't consume enough content on Sundays. So on Sundays, you'll find very few people actually accessing to like and interact and, on pages. It's more about a personal space and they're talking more about their personal weekend and their life.
Right.
So on Sundays, I don't post too much of workshop or session related stuff. Most people, especially in India, access social media during office hours. Whether they're doing it on the phone or on the computer, where most offices restrict it, however, that's when they're accessing in social media more than on the weekends when they are free.
Right. So it's a trial and error process.
It's a trial and error.
You've got to figure out where your flow is happening.
Yes. Also, on Facebook, don't post more than 3 posts in a day. It's too much. Don't on your page. On Instagram, 2 pictures a day and it's good. Sometimes maybe 3, but don't go berserk. On Twitter, you need to be having a tweet that goes out every 3 seconds. That's the difference. But on Twitter also, if you tweet once and then you tweet after 3 hours, then it's a waste. You need to put 5 to 10 tweets out in one go, then give it a break for 2 hours, then give 5 to 10 tweets again, then give it a break for 3 hours, then tweet again. So it's, how you put your content out depends a lot on trial and error and understanding how people are consuming it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, as you said, Twitter is the hyperactive one.
Yes, it's hyperactive.
Yeah.
This is why for Twitter I schedule tweets a lot of times.
Right.
So I spend 4 hours on one day when I'm free with the app that who tweets from where I can schedule, and I write out 30 tweets and I schedule it.
And you schedule 5-6
It's for the week.
for each
I
day.
schedule it for a week.
Oh, great, fantastic.
I schedule it, and then every day when I'm having a short break, I'll go onto Twitter. I'll see if any engagement, anybody's asked questions, who's retweeted and all of that. And in between, I will retweet some other tweets that people have put out. Because Twitter works on giving and receiving. If you don't share other people's content, nobody is sharing your content.
Sharing yours. But isn't that true of all social media, Chetna?
Not necessarily. Facebook is not as much of sharing other people's content, and that's why it's not like that. Facebook is more in terms of let other people put out whatever they have to. I will consume as much as I want to and share whatever interests me. So it's not about if I give, I will receive. Facebook is purely interest. Instagram, there isn't a lot of sharing that happens because Instagram doesn't allow it, and you have to use the external app called Repost to be able to do it.
Right.
So, sharing works very differently. Twitter is very clearly more you give, more you receive. It's not a space of taking, it's a space of giving and getting back because of giving.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Perfect. This has been really, really informative. You have something coming up, right?
So this is I'm hoping everybody's taking back lots of tips and how-tos and eye-opening perspectives about social media, and I'm hoping that a lot of people will use it a lot more, even if it's just from their personal account. However, I do have 2 workshops that are coming up, one on the 2nd and 3rd and one on the 9th and 10th. Both are part of my Mind Your Own Business program. And the idea of both workshops is to get people to raise their vibrations to one of being serious about their gift and their potential and their practice. I think it's time we stop saying that this is my path and I don't know how I'm going to do this, but let me go and do this. I don't know how to use social media. I don't know anything about business. Oh, I can't make money because I'm not good at making money or making sales. Please understand that you didn't know how to do alternative healing. You learned it. So don't stop yourself from learning other skills that will add to that. Also give the respect to your practice and
you are now unmuted.
Right.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Everyone just please just hang on for a second.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So 2nd and 3rd is the social media crash course. 9th and 10th is the wellness business coaching program. On 2nd and 3rd, during social media crash course, you will learn how to use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you will walk out with the accounts and pages created. Also, you will learn how to make the content plan for yourself and how to use various apps that can help you post and create different posts, videos, images, posters, etc. So it's a very hands-on 2 days. And it's intense, but you will learn how to really use different platforms. On the 9th and 10th, it's about wellness business coaching. So you come in with understanding that, yes, I know how to practice the alternative healing modalities, but how do I reach the people that I need to reach? What is my vision for this? Where do I see myself 6 months, 1 year, 5 years down the line? And create a business plan for yourself so that you can reach your full potential. And the social media content plan will tie into this business plan, and you'll walk out with concrete steps of what you need to do every single day for the next 6 months. So that's the aim of both of these workshops. For the Mystic Lotus members, if you register before the 25th, you can attend both workshops at rupees 10,000. If you're going to attend either one of the workshops, it's at rupees 7,500. Post the 25th, the prices go up. To attend both workshops, it will be rupees 15,000. and to attend any one of the workshops, it will be rupees 10,000. So that's what the details are. And I hope you've enjoyed this. And
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Chetna, for
thanks a
all that
ton, Neelu.
Thank you, Chetna.
wonderful
Very, very helpful.
insights
Informative.
into social media and business. I know I've learned a lot today, and I'm pretty sure everyone has. You, as always, have been informative, clear, and precise, and we
Thank you very
wish you
much.
all the very best for your workshop coming up.
Thank
Now,
you
for
so
everybody else, please remember, Telesummit
Thank
on
you.
Sunday, mail in confirmation to neelu@themysticlotus.com. And lastly, good night, people. This is
Thank
Neelu
you.
signing off for Team Mystic Lotus saying,
Have
we
a
shall
good
meet
evening,
again.
everyone.
Thank you, Nidhu, and all success to
Thank you.
Chetna.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
And nicely done, Neelu. Thank you. Thank you for hosting this. Thank
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.